Hello YouTube family, it's a Wednesday morning and this one promises to be a very busy day. I've started my day by making my bed as usual. This throw belonged to my grandmother. It is a tribal weave from Burma, something I've kept close to me ever since she passed it on to me. It's been with me for a very long time. Soft, worn, and full of quiet memory of my times with her. A moment of quiet before my day begins. In my workspace, I find this pile of fabric from last night's sewing session. I usually like to tidy up before calling it a day, but yesterday was just one of those long, busy evenings that ran away with me. So I'll start my workday now by cleaning up and sorting the work area. With my workspace now cleared and tidied, I'm ready to begin with the first item on my list. This vintage camphor panel that I'm currently painting for a client. If it looks familiar, that is because it is an exact copy of a piece you might have seen in one of my earlier videos. I had repurposed that one into a jewelry organizer during my bedroom makeover. Linking that video up here. I usually love for a podcast or maybe Netflix series to be on in the background as I work. It helps me cover a lot of ground without even realizing how much time has gone by. I'll not be able to show you much of what exactly this process is, but a dedicated video about the entire start to finish story of this panel will be there on the channel soon, so stay tuned. That mandatory painting session done, I have to address an emergency request from the tailoring workshop. They called to say they have run out of the scrap lace they need to make a tablecloth. So I'm going to quickly get down to making an additional length which I can later drop off at the tailor's, so that order doesn't get delayed. Scrap lace. Something of a signature in my textile work. I make it using leftover fabric, and you have probably seen me make it many times before. But today, even something this familiar is proving tricky. My beloved sewing machine has decided to act up. I have cleaned and oiled it, changed the needle, rethreaded it more than once, but she's still puckering and chewing up the fabric. She is usually reliable and a pleasure to work with. But hey, they don't call the ballerina a diva for nothing. I think it is time to schedule a service appointment. With some effort, I managed to finish the piece. I'm hoping a quick press will sort out the minor finish issues. The rest I'll have to leave to my tailor to figure out. As I finish the piece, you'll notice it leaves behind a lot of tiny scraps, the smallest crumbs of fabrics. I have a way of using these extreme crumbs too. Nothing goes to waste, you see. But that I will save for a future video for you to understand. Morning session wrapped. This is exactly where I pause for lunch. Most days I rest a little after lunch, but today the outdoors are calling. It's one of those beautifully rainy and sunny days, and since I have to drop off the lace at the tailoring workshop anyway, I figured I'd take some work along and step out for a bit. And as I head out, I think you should come along too. In a city like Mumbai, every minute counts. So I'm handing over the fabric along with a few extra instructions right here on the road. My tailor Akshay Bhai has been kind enough to come down. We are parked in a back alley so we don't obstruct any traffic. हाँ ये ऐसे है और वो पट्टी ऐसे है तो फ्लैट पट्टी फिर आड़ी पट्टी फिर फ्लैट पट्टी फिर चार तरफ क्लियर है ना Heading now to a much loved part of the city, Fort in Old Bombay. It's around 4 in the evening, the rain is coming down, umbrellas are out, and the early train crowd is already on the move. Taking just a couple of seconds to glide into Flora Fountain. Once the heart of colonial Bombay, this spot has seen carriages, protests, office goers, and now me. Before you can even see Nandan, you can smell their coffee. An always busy coffee place that somehow already worked its way into my routine. Finding a seat here is half the adventure most days. I find a seat by the window and get started on some editing. And if you are wondering who is behind these carefully framed shots, it's my kids. They have come along with me, taken the camera, and turned it on me. Time for some coffee, and of course, my camera team here needs feeding too.
Can I taste? Doing like a duck. It's hard. Why is this so heavenly? I can't taste it. Can we pack it and take it home?
A quick stop at Kitab Khana, a long-time family favorite. Any visit to this part of town is incomplete without this one. Back at home, but far from done. It's the end of a long day, and I'm winding down with some tea and the familiar rhythm of painting. My long day done and dusted. a little paint, a little poetry, and a cup of tea. That's how this day ends. Something for the mind, something for the body, and something for the soul. Here's a lovely book about poetry dedicated to different Indian cities that I picked up at Kitab Khana earlier today. I open the book, and the first poem that catches my eye feels almost too fitting. It is Narayan Surve's This is Mumbai, translated by Jerry Pinto. From the Sahyadris, he came to the city of slog and tussle. With a rag over his shoulder, he brought you the gift of his muscle. When he came and when he went, only I could gauge. One night, I was born in a house bent with age. One payday, he went berserk, banging things about. I cowered in the corner, waiting his rages out. He'd grab me and hug me and toss me to the sky. His laugh was wild, but my cheek knew the slaps could also fly. In his way, he loved us, but city, you had his heart. In every month of his life, 30 days were your part. Thanks so much for watching, friends. This is where I call it a night. With this book on my bedside, I know I am in for many hours of wonderful reading. What about you? What are you reading these days?